Seriously, if I go into your house and I see a doll, I'm running the hell out of there. This movie made me hate dolls. Annabelle Comes Home is the third movie in the Annabelle series. It's a spin-off of the Conjuring series. It takes place within the same universe. In this movie, we have Ed and Lorraine Warren. They take home a doll named Annabelle that people think is possessed, and they put it in their evil spirit's room, and their daughter, along with the babysitter, played by Madison Eisman, along with the babysitter's friend, have to get rid of the evil spirits after the friend unleashes Annabelle from that room. Now, to be quite honest with you, I've never seen the other Annabelle movies. I heard the first one's absolute shit, didn't want to watch it. I heard Annabelle Creation's actually pretty decent. Bought it the other day because it was cheap as hell, but I didn't get to watch it in time for this movie. I was trying to, but I was doing a Toy Story marathon. Can you really blame me? So Toy Story took up all my time, whereas Annabelle Creation had to go on the backseat, and yeah, I know nothing about what this doll does. I just know that it was in the first Conjuring movie. That's all I know. And the trailers for this movie kind of gave me that vibe where it's like, this looks like it's just kind of going through the motions. Just kind of looks like it's just there to exist to make money. But I walked out of this movie, I thought Annabelle Comes Home was fine. It did its job. There were numerous scares. I was scared a few times. There was literally one sequence in the entire movie where it sent shivers down my skin. The hair on my skin stood up. It was like, oh. Yeah, so stuff like that. I also thought that McKenna Grace as the Warrens' daughter Judy and Madison Eisman as the babysitter Mary Ellen, I thought that they gave really good performances in here. Madison Eisman, I was kind of mixed on her with her small role in Jumanji: Welcome to the Jungle. She's definitely improved since then. I haven't seen her in the Goosebumps movie that she just made, but definitely in this she has improved, and I'll give her that. I don't think she's a great actress, but she has definitely improved her range a lot. I also think that her character, as a character, is actually one of the better characters in the movie, and Judy Warren is one of the better characters in the movies. They're the ones that are the most fleshed out. We don't have to flesh out Ed and Lorraine Warren, played by Patrick Wilson and Vera Farmiga, because we already have two movies where they are fleshed out and they have all this character development. I mean, they're only in the movie for about like 5 to 10 minutes max, which by the trailers, yeah, we all knew that, so that's not really a spoiler. But Madison Eisman's character and McKenna Grace's character are definitely the two that are the most fleshed out. And I really loved the relationship that their characters had with each other. She was this kind of protective babysitter, almost like an older sister to the Warrens' daughter. She made sure nothing was going to happen to her. She knew that she was a babysitter, and she was like, I can't touch anything in this house. It's very disrespectful. You could really tell that there was a bond there between Judy and Mary Ellen, the two characters. And I thought that that was some really good character building stuff. Honestly, the slower character moments like that in this movie are the best parts of the movie. Some of the humor works really well too. It doesn't all land, but there was a lot of unexpected humor in here that I thought actually really worked. There's some dumb humor too. But for the most part, it mostly works. That's what I'll say. And I love how this felt like a contained horror movie. It takes place in one location, which is a house. It happens to be the Warrens' house. And I love the sense of endangerment when everything starts to go down, and the feeling of isolation that this movie presents by keeping this contained within one setting. I think that the movie does a really good job at that, and it really makes you a little bit more terrified as an audience member. It really makes you a little concerned, a little on edge, a little nervous. It is a bit nerve-wracking. When you have a setting like that, those are the types of emotions that it should evoke, and I think this movie did a very good job. Where this movie trips up, honestly, is its entire third act. The third act is just all scary stuff, obviously, and it's all jump scares, but the jump scares aren't my biggest issue with the third act. My biggest issue with the third act is that it just feels all the same. Like, we've seen this so many times in these Conjuring movies and this universe where the third act is just, oh yeah, well, I mean, we gotta go fight the demons now, and everything's happening, all this shit's going down. Oh, don't go in that room. Oh, well, don't go in that room. Oh, we have to go and get this thing, but we're gonna have to fight the demon while it's at it, and it's probably gonna drag me across the floor. Yeah, that happens, because, you know, horror movie writing 101. Also, characters in this movie just make stupid decisions. Madison Iseman's character and McKenna Grace's character, probably the two smartest characters in the movie. However, Madison Iseman's friend in this, oh my god, she was a terrible character and made dumb decisions. I get why she makes one decision. The motivation is there for her to do it, but it's still a bad decision. So why did you even do it? If you're told not to go into a room full of evil spirits, don't go into that room. And then there's something else in this movie involving Madison Iseman's character, where she's given the backstory that she has asthma, and they're like, where's your inhaler? And she's like, oh, I left it in my car. You have asthma, why would you leave your inhaler in a car if you're staying overnight to babysit somebody's daughter? That is probably not a good idea if you need your inhaler, because you will probably die. It's the little stuff like that that annoys me. And then there's something that happens towards the third act where I'm with the same character. It's not a bad character decision, but it's just, how did that happen? Does that really make any sense? I'm like, how did you get... You were just in there, and something happened, and you threw something out, but somehow you're alive and well in the next scene. I don't understand that. There's also this forced romance between her and this nerdy, kind of dorky guy, and he makes up for some of the humor that I didn't think really landed, and it just felt like this extra thing that didn't have to be there. It was tacked on, and it didn't develop. You know, there wasn't any depth there, and it just didn't have to be in the movie. That was something they could honestly have cut. So while I did think that Madison Iseman, McKenna Grace gave good performances, I liked their characters, and I liked the slower moments of the movie, as well as the feeling of containment, isolation, endangerment. Within a contained setting, I do think that this movie does feel a bit more the same, like it is going through the motions a little bit. Some characters make some dumb decisions, not everything makes sense, and there's just a forced romance that I just really didn't like, and I just think it should have been taken out of the movie. This isn't a horrible movie by any means at all. I mean, I said plenty of positives in this review. But, I mean, it's not a great movie. I bet if I watch Annabelle Creation, like I said, I haven't seen Annabelle Creation, but I bet if I watch Annabelle Creation, I'm going to be like, yeah, it's a totally better movie. That's what I've heard, at least, from the people who have seen Annabelle Comes Home early. They're like, yeah, Creation's the better one. So, I mean, I'm curious to see where this will rank. I'm not watching the first one. I've heard nothing but terrible things about it. So, first one's out. This is better than The Nun. It's way better than The Curse of La Llorona. That movie was horrible. I mean, so far out of the spin-offs, I can't really say anything else because I've only seen 3 of the spin-offs. I haven't seen the first 2 Annabelles. This is the best one. I thought it was a decent movie. I'm going to give Annabelle Comes Home a C+. A lot better than I expected. I'll say that. Guys, thank you for watching my review of Annabelle Comes Home. You guys are the best. Thank you for watching. My name is Alex Madden, and I'll see you at the movies somewhere.